Imagine an animal wandering through the American wilderness, seemingly peaceful, that can shatter solid bone with a single motion. This is the grizzly bear, and its ability to deal lethal damage is almost instantaneous. Mostly found roaming across Alaska, Yellowstone, Montana, and Wyoming, these predators are massive. We're talking anywhere from 800 to 1,500 pounds, and when they stand fully upright, they can tower up to 9 feet tall. While their size is intimidating, their lethality is tightly concentrated into one specific motion, a swipe of their paw. The kinetic force behind that swipe is staggering. One direct hit carries enough energy to snap the dense bones of a full-grown adult bison. This chart puts that mechanical force into perspective by comparing grip strength. An average human tops out around 150 to 200 pounds per square inch. A grizzly sits at roughly 1,200 psi, 6 to 8 times stronger than your absolute best effort. If a grizzly catches the scent of food inside your vehicle, that 1,200 psi grip provides more than enough leverage to rip a metal car door directly off its hinges. Steel, glass, and distance offer no real protection. Once you're within arm's reach, human engineering simply cannot withstand that much localized, raw power. Long before you ever see a grizzly, it already knows you're there. They rely on a highly sophisticated, invisible detection system built right into their snout. A grizzly's sense of smell is roughly 2,100 times sharper than ours. To put that in perspective, researchers have documented their tracking abilities completely outclassing the highly sensitive nose of a wolf. From a single point, a grizzly can pinpoint the scent of food or a carcass from 12 miles away. Overlay that radius onto a map of national parks, and entire campgrounds fit inside a single bear's patrol zone. This is precisely why the U.S. Forest Service enforces strict policies requiring visitors to remove all food from their tents. It's a defense mechanism against an animal capable of tracing a single protein bar across a mountain range. The moment you step into the wilderness, you cross into an active radar grid where hiding is mathematically impossible. Yet, for an animal so dominant, a grizzly spends a massive portion of its life still. Through the winter, they hibernate, surviving 5 to 7 straight months without eating, drinking, or even urinating. While they appear entirely passive, their internal biology is working on overdrive. Their bodies run a flawless closed-loop system, continuously breaking down and recycling their own fat and muscle tissues. If a human laid perfectly still in a bed for half a year, our muscles would completely atrophy and our organs would fail. The grizzly wakes up ready to sprint. This biological process is so incredibly efficient that American scientists are studying it right now. The aerospace industry hopes to reverse engineer the bear's hibernation cycle to keep astronauts healthy during long-duration deep space travel. So even in its most motionless state, a grizzly is executing a level of cellular survival that modern human technology can only dream of replicating. In the wild, there is a very strict rule of engagement with these predators, and it completely contradicts human intuition. When a grizzly plans to strike, it won't warn you. Yellowstone rangers point out that standing tall, baring teeth, and heavy breathing are defensive moves. The bear is trying to intimidate you into backing off. The real danger arrives when the posturing stops. If a grizzly drops down and goes completely silent, an attack is imminent. From a standstill, they reach top speed in a matter of seconds, turning hundreds of pounds of mass into a biological missile. This velocity graph makes the reality very clear. An Olympic sprinter at their absolute physical peak doesn't come close to a grizzly's top speed of 35 miles per hour. Mathematically, you cannot outrun one. The biggest mistake you can make in the wild is mistaking quiet for safety. The calmness of a grizzly is an illusion, masking a perfectly engineered predator capable of destruction. Respect the distance, secure your food, and never assume you have the upper hand. If you found this breakdown helpful, subscribe to the channel, and we'll see you next time.